So one of the problems I had while starting out as a travel guide writer on Amazon KDP, it was actually discovering countries to write on, like knowing what particular country I'm going to write on my next travel guide. If this country was actually going to sell, what am I writing on? How do I even write it? Some people might not even know how to write it, but basically, this video is actually going to be about researching the countries you can write on. Probably in the next videos I'm going to make other videos on how to publish travel guides, how I usually publish my travel guide. I've done a lot of research, and these are my methods that I've come up with that has been working for me. Yeah, they are methods that have been working for me. So we'll be going into researching travel guides. So researching your travel guides on for Amazon KDP using your mobile phone. You can actually use a laptop too, depending on what is okay for you. I'm using my mobile phone because that is actually what I usually use. I use laptop once in a while. Make sure to watch this video to the end because all these methods are very important, and towards the ending I'm going to give like the ultimate method, like the method I currently use, that I mostly use. And even these other methods, the methods I'm going to be sharing at the beginning, are also important because they are most of the times that you are going to need all these methods all together to be able to determine what particular country is profitable at the moment. So you will need all this. So watch the video to the end. So when it comes to creating travel guides, researching the countries is a very crucial step. You want to ensure that the countries you choose have a demand for travel guides and they are profitable. So this is where I come in. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I publish travel guide mostly. I also publish other things on Amazon KDP. I'm a writer, a fiction writer. Now let's just go straight to the point. Now the first thing you are going to need to do, one of the first method is actually brainstorming the countries. Brainstorming the countries in the term of, you start by brainstorming a list of countries. Like, just take a book. One of the most important thing when writing a travel guide is that you take a book, you take a pen, start brainstorming the list of countries that interest you. Which countries come to your mind? Whatever country just comes to your mind, write it down. If you have not done this before, popular tourist destinations, or even you personally, where do you wish to visit? Where would you like to visit? Where would you like to get a travel guide? If you want to visit this place, you are going to need a travel guide. Probably you are a Nigerian looking forward to going outside the country for a vacation or something. Now, one of the secrets in Amazon KDP is writing something that creates value, writing something that brings value. You cannot just go out there and write countries where people don't even visit. So you need to know countries with popular tourist destinations, know countries with growing economies, countries that have rich cultural heritage, countries with a lot of cultures. There are a lot of African countries that people still visit. They get a lot of tourist attraction. They get a lot of tourist people coming to visit them. So most of them is because they actually have rich cultural heritage. Yeah, so you write down as many countries as you can think of. Don't worry too much about their feasibility at this stage. Just write them down. That is actually what I usually do, especially when I'm finding it difficult to get countries to write on particularly. Then the second one is to use Google. Most people actually how do I put it, they neglect using Google. They look at Google as something that is very, very popular, so it's not really useful, especially KDP publishers. But Google is still very, as much as it is free, if you look outside, you are going to notice that most KDP tools are not actually free, they are paid tools. But here we are dealing with free tools, and Google is actually one of those free tools that is going to be very, very useful to you. So on Google, you can search for most visited countries in the previous year, most visited countries in months. Let's take for example, I go to Google, I search for, okay, let me show you. I go to Google, I search for or you can even use AI. Yeah, you can use AI. Most visited countries in February. We are in January now, so let's say I want to publish against February, most visited countries in February. Yeah, so because of this Google's new future, which has an AI, that's going to even is going to even make it easier. So you can just decide to enter any of these websites or these travel blogs. Travel blogs also, we'll get to that. We'll get to using travel blogs. So I can just use this AI for a easier rundown. So you see Thailand, you see Vietnam, you see Singapore, Cambodia, Iceland. You write all these places down. You can just make a list. I have a book where I make a list of the countries for February. You write against each month. Let's say for example you want to write a travel guide for February. You start writing it from December, you start writing it from October, even January. Now I'm planning to write on a country now, because Valentine is coming by February, and there are a lot of couples that want to travel out, take their spouse with them, to explore countries, vacation and such like that. So this is actually where you can know what to publish exactly. So we have Egypt, we have Greece, we have all this, you get. So these are one of the keywords you can use. So you write this down. You can write it as in your notepad. You can see I'm using my notepad. I use my notepad a lot, especially when I'm not with a pen and a book. Maybe I'm outside and I'm with just my phone. I use my notepad a lot, because inspiration can come at any time. You never can tell, so you should be ready for it. So I use Google. You can write February, countries to write for February. You list those countries down. You go to countries to write for March. You list those countries down. Then from here you can now start niching them down. Why is this country important? Why do people visit this country in February? Why do people visit this country in March? I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So then most visited countries in months, I've talked about that. Most visited countries during the holidays, like during Christmas, there was a lot of sales. People made huge amount of sales. October, during Halloween, during Christmas, Thanksgiving, all these white people's celebration and all those, and even celebration in other countries that might not even be white. Yeah, Japan, Korea, and all those countries, African countries too. So you can research what particular event do these countries have that are very 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 important. So you start targeting those periods, start targeting those time, make a research on those countries, list them out too. Then countries with special events, like last year Edinburgh had a special event. I think Edinburgh was most visited during Halloween periods. Yeah, I wrote a travel guide on that. Yeah, and it showed, because that was the peak season when people would actually visit that country. And I wrote the travel guide like 2 months before or 3 months before that time. Hmm? So that is one of the way. Then analyzing Amazon best sellers. By the way, for you, if you still don't understand how to use Google, maybe you need me to give you some keywords that you can input into the search bar. You can just drop it in the comments. As we continue this video, anything you just want me to speak about, maybe make a video about it, a tutorial, something, like, you can drop it in the comment box and drop it in the comments, so I'm going to know exactly what I need to do. So analyzing Amazon bestsellers. I'm sure as a KDP author, if you actually got a KDP course, maybe you bought the course and you have not, or maybe you have been going on YouTube, you have done a lot of research, you should understand what analyzing Amazon bestsellers are. Amazon bestsellers are actually books that sell well at that particular moment. So that is another way to research countries. You just go to the search box, you go to the categories that are related to countries, most visited countries. You check the bestsellers, which particular countries, the travel guides for which countries are selling best at that particular moment. So if you need me to make a video on actually analyzing Amazon bestsellers for the countries, also drop a comment so I'll know what to do. Then another one is using Google Trends. Yeah, Google Trends is kind of similar to using Google, but Google Trends is mostly about the most searched keywords on Google at a particular moment, the most searched things, the trends, the things that are trending at the moment. You can narrow down your search to 24 hours ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, and so much, and a lot more. So if you also need me to make a video on using Google Trends, please let me know. This video, I don't want to divert from this video, because I won't like the video to be too long. I hope you understand. Now you can also follow travel blogs. Yeah, there are travel blogs. If you are on Twitter, you are on X rather. If you are on X, you are on Instagram, you are on Facebook, and a lot of different social media platforms. One of the things, as a travel guide author, one of the things, you should actually take this as a business. You are not just posting this because you just want to make some extra few cash, but you should take this as a business. You should be able to provide value. You are there to provide value. Now you should follow all these travel blogs. You can go online, go on Google, go on AI, on your AI. We have AI now. It has made things a lot more easier. You can ask it, what are example of travel guides I can follow. So those travel guides will actually make posts. They make posts about countries. Maybe someone visits a country. There are also travel guide forums. There are forums like that where people visit, maybe they visit Japan, they visit Congo, and they just come and be like, this is my visit to Congo, this is how it was. I enjoyed myself, I went with my family, I went with my kids. So from there you are going to have an idea that, oh, the person might even put something like, yeah, the weather was very nice there this period. So from there you get an hint from it that, okay, I think the weather there is nice this period. Automatically people are going to see that person's post, and they are going to want to be visiting that particular country at that moment. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now the next one, I can actually give you example of travel blogs later. That will be later. Then the next one, which is my ultimate secret formula, something I actually use. This was something I got to find out after a lot of research. I was first using this ones I listed for you before, and I found out this one. So this is what my video is mainly all about. So the secret formula is actually something you know very well, but you might not have paid attention to it, and most of us are on it, which is TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. That is the secret formula. So let me just show you how I do it. Let me get on my TikTok. Okay. So if you don't have TikTok, you have to download TikTok, but I'm very, very sure a lot of you have TikTok. Yeah. So I go on TikTok. I search. Oh, pardon me.
And what's your name?
James.
James?
Yes.
James, how old are you?
Okay. I go on TikTok. I search most visited countries in 2024. Now this is part of research. Can you see the keywords that are coming up? Yeah, we have most visited country 2024, most visited African countries, whatever year that was, most scammed countries, most visited okay, that is website, cities. Yeah, most visited cities. So one thing with research is that you can take a day to just research. You list out those countries, so that later on you start looking for time to publish them one by one. But you should just take out a day or 2 days or maybe a week. Just focus that week on research. Just research, because research is a very, very great part of publishing, especially on Amazon KDP. Now I'm using 2024 because we just entered 2025, and I want to track based on the months of last year, which countries people visited. You know that as people are visiting countries, they give out reviews, and more people are going to see those reviews, and they want to visit that same country this year. So a lot of people are already having bucket lists. They are already having plans from last year that, okay, I'm going to visit Canada, I'm going to visit China this year. So they are already making their bucket list based on what people said about last year. Yeah, so that is how reviews also influence the way people see things. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So most visited country in 2024. Let's search for that. Now you are going to see a lot of resources here. You are going to see a lot of countries here. So yeah, this is it. Okay, this is a post now. February. Okay, let's start from January. We have Egypt, we have Barbados, Dubai, Maldives.
Full battery, please charge.
Okay, pardon me. As you can see, you just go to the search bar, you search for this, you will see a lot of countries. Can you see them? So looking for finding countries to publish your travel guide is not actually hard. It's not actually hard. It's just because you have not gotten a way to do so. There are a lot of other ways. Can you
I traveled to 16 countries in 2023, and these are my top 5 favorites to visit in 2024. First one has to be Vietnam. Now, this country surpassed all my expectations. For example, never knew
going on vacation, so where you wanna go? Love is our destination.
you can see a lot of countries. So I'm just going to stop here, because if I say I should continue, this video is not going to end, because you can actually still niche down. You can niche down most visited country during Christmas, most visited country during Halloween, countries I wish I had visited earlier, and a whole lot of keywords. If you are going to need those keywords, you can even drop it in the comment section. I'm going to reply you and drop the ones I can at the moment. So that's basically it. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, you have comments, kindly drop, and please subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be dropping more videos on travel guides. If based on your request, I might even make a video on how I write my travel guides. Yeah, my way of writing travel guides. And yeah, quality travel guides, I mean, very high quality travel guides. And if you need other videos, you can also drop it in the comments and let me know what you think. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe and like the video, so that others might see it. Although some people like audio information, but then please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.